Hi everyone! In this tutorial I will show you how to make the branch part of this little bird decoration. The bird itself is a separate crochet pattern. You can find the link above or in the description below. The branch is made from one base and 5 small crocheted berries. Let's get started. First we will make the little branch, which is made from wire. I use both a thick wire and a thinner wire. Unfortunately, there are no size markings on them, but you can clearly see the difference. One is very thick and the other is quite thin. You will need 15 cm of the thick wire and 40 cm of the thin wire. We will use the thin wire to make the small branches and then wrap them around the thick wire. First, you need to fold the thin wire in half. You can use pliers to help make this easier. Round nose pliers are better than this. I'm placing the wire on the smooth back part so it doesn't get damaged. I flatten it and twist it slightly, so there is about 2 cm twist. This is the first little branch. Right after that, we pull it apart slightly and make another little branch the same way. Bend it and twist it a few times. This is the second little branch. At this point, once you are done with that, twist once where the two thin wires meet. Then we will place the thicker wire here and wrap the remaining little branches around it. We start wrapping. This is how it looks now, and from this longer upper section we make another small branch. You bend it at about 2 cm and twist it a few times. From here we continue wrapping it onto the thick wire for about 3 cm. Then we make 2 more small branches, one on the top and one on the bottom. The remaining dangling wire is wrapped around the thick wire. Basically, the base is finished. Where these small wires end, it's a good idea to glue them slightly so they won't poke you later when we wrap them. This is how it looks. Now, in order for it to be a cute, nice brown color in the end, we need to cover it with brown yarn. First we will cover the small branches, and at the very end we will wrap the entire long branch section. Use the hot glue gun to apply a small amount of glue. Start at the end, put a little glue on the tip, then take the yarn and press it into the glue. Be careful not to burn your hand here. To help with this, use the tip of a needle to press it in so you don't have to touch the hot glue. Then pinch it there and start wrapping the branch neatly all the way around. You need to wrap it tightly so the wire underneath doesn't show through. At this point, move over to the other side and wrap that as well. At the end, cut the yarn and secure it to the tip with a small amount of glue. It's okay if this part isn't pretty, because later we will attach a small crocheted berry here, which will hide any imperfections, just like it does on mine. Wrap the other small branches the same way, first this one, then the other two. The end here can be glued down, add a dot of glue and adjust it with the tip of a needle. This is how the branches look so far. Now we will do the remaining two as well. It doesn't matter if it's not perfectly even or smooth, because real trees branches aren't smooth either. They have knots and bumps. Oh, it's a bit hot. You can use a different type of glue if you want. This is just what I had on hand now. At the moment, this is what our little stick looks like. Now, starting from this end, we will wrap all the way to the other end. Apply a bit of glue at the starting point, then wrap it the same way as before. Make sure it's tight and that the yarn strands touch each other so the wire color doesn't show through. At this point, bend the two small branches slightly forward and wrap up to here to cover the glued section. This neatly hides it and also holds the branches together. Once this part is done, you pull it in a bit and continue wrapping from here. This way the connections are neatly hidden. Here as well, bend the small branch slightly forward and wrap them together for a short section. This is enough, and then you can move on. To avoid an ugly yarn finish, it's best to wrap one branch all the way to the end and secure it there with glue. This is how the branch looks at the moment, and now we are finished with this base of the branch. Let's make the berries. The berries are very simple. For this I choose a darker blue and a lighter blue yarn. I will make 3 pieces from the dark blue and 2 from the light blue. Let's make a magic ring, and into this magic ring crochet 6 single crochet. Then close the magic ring. In the next round, increase in every stitch. So you need to make 2 single crochet into each stitch. Okay. After that, there are 2 rounds where you only crochet single crochet into each stitch. Once the 2 rounds are finished, the next step is to start decreasing in every stitch. Before closing the round, you need to put a small amount of stuffing into the little berry so it keeps its shape. Since this is a decoration and won't be washed, the stuffing won't really change its condition inside the shape. It's really just there to maintain the form. When you finish, cut the yarn, but don't close this small hole because this is where you will attach it. I finished the 5 berries, and here is the branch onto which we will now neatly glue these berries. I bring in the hot glue gun, apply a small amount of glue to the end of the branch, and then carefully slide the berry onto it. And essentially the little branch is finished.